Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Different Point of View. I'm Konate, your host, and as always, I'm here to offer you a different insight. Today's topic is voter suppression. Now, before I get into the topic, there's something that I want to be abundantly clear about. I am all for fighting against racism. I am all for fighting against oppression. I am all for fighting against things that affect Black people in a negative way. I'm down for that. So, hey, if there's some racists, let's go get these racists. Let's find them where they are. Let's call them out. But I'm also for approaching things in an intelligent, non-emotional manner. So the question is, are changes in voting laws voter suppression by default? Now, since I know that a lot of you are not going to do your own research, I decided to do it for you. How benevolent of me. So I don't have time to get into all of the voting laws because I spent about 3 hours, more than almost 4 hours researching these voting laws, listening to CNN, listening to MSNBC, listening to Fox, plus doing my own reading. So I spent a lot of time on this. So I'm just going to highlight the major ones because I don't want to make the video too long. So let's start with the state of Texas. The state of Texas is saying that you need state ID or particular IDs to vote. If you don't have the ID, well then you can use the last 4 digits of your social security number. Okay. Is that suppression? Well, I don't know. I mean, are we suggesting that Black people are less likely to have a state ID? The same state ID that you need to get into the strip club, the same state ID that you need to drink, the same state ID that you need to have to get a driver's license, to register your car, or to fill out a job application. Are you suggesting that Black people are less likely to have a state ID? Because if you're going to say a law is racist, or if you're going to say a law is an example of voter suppression, well, you have to show me where it's going to disproportionately affect Black people in a negative way. Now, are you also saying that Black people are less likely to have a social security number? Is that what you're suggesting? Are they not giving Black babies or when a Black baby is born, are they not giving them social security numbers upon their birth? Is that what you're suggesting? I mean, again, I don't know. I have more questions than I do answers. Or is it an attempt to stop maybe illegal immigrants from voting? I don't know. But let's go into some of the other laws. One of the other laws is that they're going to limit drive-thru voting. So are Black people more likely to engage in drive-thru voting than white people are? Is there any data to support that? The same drive-thru voting, the same driving in which you need to have a license to drive in the first place, when the license is a state ID? They're also saying that in some places they're getting rid of 24-hour drive-thru voting altogether. Again, are Black people more likely to engage in drive-thru voting? That's just a question. They're also saying that they're limiting water that can be passed out at there's certain feet from the voting polls that you can't provide water. Are Black people, do we need to be more hydrated than white people? Do we have more hydration problems than white people? I don't know. I'm simply just putting it out there. The other thing that they're saying is that you cannot provide unsolicited paraphernalia to voters. Are they mailing paraphernalia to black people more than white people? Again, if that is the case, then that should have been stated in all the research that I was doing. Again, it has not been shown to me how these voting laws are disproportionately affecting black people. I mean, you called it Jim Crow 2.0. So I should be seeing something that is really going to affect white people. And I have not seen it as of yet. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that from the laws that I have read, and I've spent 3 hours reading them, I don't see it. Then there's claims of the voter rolls being scrubbed. And they're scrubbing the voter rolls of people who moved, of people who may have died. Okay, do black people move more than white people? And should you update your voter rolls? Is that racist to update your voter rolls? I mean, and are the number of people being scrubbed of voter rolls, are they disproportionately black? These questions have not been answered to me, and I've been looking for the answers to these questions. I have not been getting them. The other thing that I've been looking at is that the counties, whether it be Texas or Alabama or some other state, are the counties that these voter laws in, are these counties overwhelmingly black counties? And I was looking at them, and I was looking at all of the different counties. The largest county that I have seen with the largest black population was 19%. But all the other counties that I'm looking at, the black population in these particular counties are 8%, 9%, things of that nature. A lot of them are the black representation in these counties are single digit numbers. So based upon the research that I've done, I have not seen where these things are disproportionately affecting black people. I just have not seen it. And if it's there, please put it in the comment section, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. People like Tucker Carlson, people like Sean Hannity, they're going to challenge you on these things. People like Ben Shapiro, and when you start talking to white conservatives that know a little something, that have done their research, and they start challenging you need to have answers for this, or else you're going to look silly when you're claiming racism and when you're claiming voter suppression. I'm not saying that it's not happening. I'm just saying have some real answers for it. And so far, I don't see any real answers. The only thing that I saw that was kind of fishy, is that in the state of Alabama, they're saying that you need a state ID. And one of the places that you would get a state ID is at your local DMV. And they have closed many of those DMVs. And it was disproportionately in black neighborhoods. Now, the state of Alabama is saying that, hey, we just have budget cuts from the DMV. Okay. But they just happen to be disproportionately in black neighborhoods. That's a little fishy to me. But that took place in 2015. A lot of those DMVs have been reopened since then. So now we are in 2020, 2021, moving into 2022. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear yours. And again, if I missed something in my research, if you have some information that I don't have, I'm very open to the fact that I may not have all the information. Please put it in the comment section. And as always, a like, share, and subscribe. And you can also support my merch. This is one of my shirts, African American. And to get this shirt is in the subscription box. And not the subscription, the description box. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Different Point of View. Peace.